Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another plot review video. This one is for Asanisse123. He has built a very nice plot here. He's been building a city plot. Unfortunately, the sides have gotten bugged out for some reason. There's this, I'm pretty sure it's due to a plugin that Revan has devised in order to clear unused plots. And it changes all of the metadatas back to default, so you'll notice that there's all of this going on. So unfortunately, we'll have to deal with that, but the majority of the plot is just fine. So we're going to be going through that and looking through all this awesomeness that Asanisse has come up with, and I'm excited to show you. He had asked me to make a video of this a while back, and I'm just now getting to it, and I really enjoy this plot. I guess one thing is I really like it because it looks like it could fit in a sea bridge. The roofs and everything look look like they would work in sea bridge, and that is very nice, very nice. So good job, Asanisse, and let's go ahead and get through this. And yes, this did give him architect. Obviously, this is a beautiful plot. Lots of details, lots of things to see, and let's go ahead and find different things that will hopefully help you guys out. So we're gonna start out over here, and again, this is all bugged out, so just try to not think about that. This here is a one of those grindstones, so you can imagine that this would be where they would grind some wheat or maybe even some berries or something. I'm not sure what they would do here, but yeah, you can see that this is where they would grind some wheat. And yeah, I don't know what it is, but it just feels like my FPS is really having a hard time. Let's go ahead and turn on some shaders. See if that'll do anything. It looks a little bit better. But anyway, yep, we're going to keep walking through it now. But anyway, we've got a vineyard in here. We've got some grapes, and looks like they would make some wine. So let's go ahead and look for this winery, or this place where they would there we go. This looks like a place where they would make some wine. Again, all the metadatas are all screwed up, so it's very unfortunate, but oh well. You just gotta deal with it. I tried fixing a little bit of it, but it just was too much, so. But we got a candle maker in here. It obviously got lots of candles, lots of little unused candles that the guy is making there, and it's just terrible, terrible. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry about this, Asanisse. It's not my fault. It's just how it happens. And I'm sorry to all of you too. But this something bugged out, and it just caused all this chaos. But we're gonna start focusing going this way and seeing all there is to see. So let's go ahead and look specifically at street detail, because a lot of you always ask, what can you put in the streets? So as we're walking down through this street, we got a bench here, we got a little pile of hay, and we got street lamps. So we got some flowers for some atmosphere, got a little wine bottle there. You can imagine maybe the guy sitting here has been relaxing all day and he is drinking his wine or whatever that is. We got a little cart here, just a little 1x2 cart that would fit here in the corner, and that works out pretty well. And then we got ourselves a chicken coop, because obviously you need some eggs or even some chickens, you know, at some point. And yeah, a chicken coop works out really well here on the side street. And then I come this way, and this is the Happy Fisherman's Hut. So you can imagine there might be some sort of river or lake nearby, and this is where the fishermen would you know, take all this fish and sell them to the townspeople. And yeah, this is pretty cool. I can definitely see this being a pretty wealthy market, because you know, it looks like it's a pretty good location. It looks like it's on a main road of sorts. So we're gonna head down this way to the Mason Pub. So obviously this is a pub, and this is where everyone would come to drink and spend their times. Usually, as I'm aware, in the medieval times, a pub would be the center of activity in a town, and that's where everything would be going on. So this looks like another dining room up here. Got a bed. You can imagine this would probably be where the tavern or the pub owner would be. Being a pub, it doesn't need to have like any rooms in it. A inn would have the rooms. This is a pub, so it just has the eating area down low. Asanisse is very good at interior. I love his interior design. His roof designs look very neat. He definitely has some pretty cool things going on. A little place for the lady of the house to get dressed and do her makeup and all that stuff. Very cool. I definitely like that idea. A nice sized bed over here, and then the dining room table for them to eat. It looks like there's only 3 people that live here, but I only see a bed for 2. Maybe the other one just sleeps on the floor or something. That's not unheard of in the medieval era. So we're gonna go up this way. I'm pretty sure the only way, yeah, this is just a bell tower up here. That's pretty cool. I definitely like that. I like to have bell towers throughout a town or a city. It adds more atmosphere to it, as far as, lots of tall towers coming out of the cityscape. As you can see, just like that's the bell tower up there. It's pretty cool. It's just pretty cool that you can walk through all of this and see all these different things. And it's really beautiful. Like this site right here, like especially that little feature right there where the window juts out, that is a really cool feature to a building. I encourage you guys to try to make use of that. That's something that is really neat, and I love that type of design. It also adds depth to the house and really works well. Overall, I definitely really enjoy this plot, and there's not much that I can really hound on. One thing I can hound on, however, is this road. There's no roads leading in. Maybe this one if it were clear, but this cart here is a little bit big. It's only a 2x3 cart or 2x4 cart. But still, it's a little bit big for these roads. There's really no room to get this cart through, unfortunately. But it does add a nice little bit of detail there. That is one thing that even I struggle with a lot, is making the streets big enough for what you have in the streets. Like streets would typically be at least big enough for a cart like this. That's something that you need to keep in mind. But then again, when you're building on a plot like this, it's really hard. But even when I'm building in Seabridge, the streets are still pretty small. Unfortunately, so you just gotta deal with it, and hopefully nobody like me comes around and critiques it. So we're gonna head into here. Looks like we got just a normal house. Not sure if it has any special purpose or anything going on here. I think it's just a house. Again, we have another one of these windows here that juts out, and it adds some depth to that side. I really like that idea. I really like windows like that, big windows. We got a loft up here, got some hay and some normal things. But yeah, it looks like that this is just a normal house. There's nothing really fancy or special to it. Got a cabinet here. That's a cool idea for those of you that are looking for neat furniture ideas. All you need to do is just put some carpet underneath it, and then you can put the doors there, and that makes a successful cabinet. That's a pretty cool idea. The kitchen could be a lot better. I definitely see a lot of room for improvement, but it definitely has the essence of a kitchen. Also, you have this here, which is this is kind of like a smoke catcher there. That is a really cool idea. I have not thought of that before, and I might just take that idea and spread that idea around. That's pretty cool. I like that, Asanisse. The cheesiest cheese in the world. Alright, so this obviously is where they would probably sell cheese. And so we got lots of cheese here, and the one thing that I'm a little confused about is where do they make the cheese? We got a lot of cheese. The interior in here is a little basic for me. I think that this could have definitely been a lot better than what it is. But it works out pretty well, I think. And let's see what's up above. For right now, actually, I don't think we're going to be going up above. Unless if there's an easy way in somewhere. Looks like this is it right here. Alright, so this is welcome into the Diamond Gentleman Club. Have a good time. Alright, so yes, we're in Asanisse Gentleman's Club. But yeah, it looks pretty interesting. You definitely got the essence of a gentleman's club. And you'll head upstairs. And yes, obviously you got to have the private showrooms. You got the sun peeking in through here. So this is actually the window I was talking about right here. It's pretty cool. But anyways, it looks like a brothel. That's what it is. And it definitely works pretty well. I like it. Looks very nice. Looks like we got a porch out here. Cool beans. We're gonna head back downstairs and head outside and see what else there is to see. I would have liked to seen some kind of bathroom or not bathroom or restroom. Maybe some more, like more of a bar here, I guess. There could have been some more in here, but it works out pretty well. As long as you have the idea of what it is, that's really all that matters in the long run. But the more detail that you pack in, the better it's going to be. All right, so right here we have a Jack's Bread. So we got a bread maker, a bakery, bread maker, bakery. And I don't know how to get into this bakery. Where is the door? Maybe it's around back. And yes, I was correct. There is a door around back. So you head downstairs, and then there's all this room in here. Got lots of storage up there, and then the actual baker's oven is right here, where they would cook the bread. And it looks like they would be selling this left and right, because bread was the resource. That was the food of this day. People loved bread. Bread and potatoes. This seemed to be the most filling things. Butterfly swords. So we got ourselves a blacksmith here. Looks like that this is also where they make the swords. And we got, looks like one sword, couple pikes there, and I got some diagrams on the wall that will help in the construction of such things. Now, I'm not sure what this is. I'm pretty sure this is a smelter, actually. This is where they would purify the ore and make it into a solid state that they can work with at the forge. And this would basically be like just rocks and stuff like that. They would put it into here. There was some special way of doing it, like you'd put it all in through the top or something. The fire would be blazing from underneath, and then that would melt down all of the ore, and it would collect at the bottom underneath the coals of the fire. And for some reason, the metal would all condense together versus being everywhere. And then what they would do is they'd have big tongs that they would slip in underneath and pick up that big chunk of iron, or yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just be iron. The big chunk of iron, pull it out, and then that's what they would use for their smelting process or their forging process and such. Because obviously you would need some pretty nice iron to make some pretty nice swords. And then if you want to make something out of steel, all you gotta do is purify the iron more by, I think, smelting it again and again. I'm not quite sure what the process of smelting steel is, so I'm just going to guess that you just got to keep purifying it and oxidizing it and getting all that stuff out of it. So here we go. We got Cheers and Beards Barbershop. Now this obviously is a pretty cool idea, another neat thing that you can add into your city builds. The roof or the ceiling could have used a lot more detail, but oh well. Looks like you got some little benches for the people to lay down. Now the one thing about this is, you know, considering it's just not enough room to really do what you would actually need to do. The idea behind having these benches is that the people, or that the barber can get behind you, and there's really no way for the barber to get behind. He'd be kind of like reaching, leaning over. That's the only thing that I can see about this laying down. This could have actually just been two, and then just move this out, and then you could have had this little walkway behind these, and then that's where the barber could have, you know, could cut the hair and such. It's a really cool idea, though. I like the barber. Good idea there, Asanisse. I like that a lot. We got some beds up here, and this is where they would sleep. Now, a big thing that I'm gonna majorly critique on is I've noticed on a lot of buildings is he has ladders as the main way to get up to the next floor. That is a big no-no. I do not like that one bit. Having ladders up to the next floors, or to the next floor, especially a living space of such, that does not work because it's just, you know, you'd have to get all this furniture up here, you'd have to get everything up here, and you know, it's just, it doesn't make any sense. And I don't need to explain that any further because I am sure a lot of you understand that. Now, again, space constrictions, I understand that, but try to keep that in mind whenever you're building is, whatever you're building, make sure that you have enough space for it. And if you don't, then just forget that and just add that space to the space next to it. Alright, so what is this right here? This is a... I have no idea. There is no nothing to indicate what this is, but I am going to presume that it is a bar because there is or a pub. There is a bar back here, obviously, and I'm not sure what this is. We got a ladder that goes all the way up. Interesting. All right, so this is a bell tower? What? I feel like there's a lot of space in this tower that was forgotten, but that's okay. We can deal with that. We're going to go this way, and we're going to go up the stairs and see what's up here. We got some rooms. Okay, so this looks like it's an inn, obviously, seeing that there's some pretty nice bedrooms in here. We're going to go in this one here. It's an inn, definitely an inn. There's no name for it, though, which is kind of confusing because he's been naming everything else. Maybe he just forgot to name this one. That's my hypothesis on the situation. But yeah, it looks pretty nice. I definitely enjoy the interior. I enjoy his interiors in general. They're very nice. And I just like how he's done the detailing of this town. It's very, very full. Alright, so let's see. Did he put anything down the well? Let's go ahead and turn shaders off and check around. Well, he definitely did everything that I would do, per se, as far as not really putting anything exciting down here. Only sometimes would I put something exciting at the bottom of a well. But I think he did something. He did very well as far as, except I would have used gravel for down here. You know, gravel and silt and such, because it would collect and, you know, erode the rocks, and that's just how that would work. But anyway, let's turn on some shaders again, and let's keep walking through and seeing what there is to see. Looks like we got an outside dining area, or actually this is a market area, come to think about it. Looks like this is more of a grocer. It's kind of difficult, sorry for that. It's just whenever I go outside the plot, my shaders bugs out. So I gotta stay inside the plot and have this plot time, otherwise my shaders, which is where shaders, would bug out. But yes, for those of you that are wondering, I am using Where's Shaders, Extreme, and I also use Conquest of the Sun, and yeah, there's pretty nice shader packs. Now this is a butcher, obviously. I could have seen, or I definitely could see a lot more detail being put in here. But again, it works as is. You can imagine that I can just kind of see this being the carcass of a cow, and then people would come in and just decide, you know, what piece they want, cut it off, and then go to the counter and buy it. But that's more of a job for the butcher. Yeah. So, anyways, we're gonna keep moving on, and I think we've made a complete loop now. I don't see how we could have not explored everything, unless if there is some hidden underground that I have not seen. If there is, I apologize. But overall, I really enjoyed this plot, like I said before, and it really just works. You know, it all works together. I just love how everything works. The style is very cohesive. The detailing seems very realistic, and the only thing that I would really put a down on this plot is the roads. And the roads, I mean, the roads are nice. I mean, the roads are detailed and everything. It's just they're very small. And that's pretty much, you know, I would even say the same thing about myself. The only down I would put on my sea bridge, per se, would be the roads. Because you always want to get that extra bit of space. And that extra bit of space seems to always creep out into the roads. And again, I want to apologize to Asanisse for this buggy thing where it pretty much resets all of the metadatas along the roads or something. It just did along this road and this road. I don't know why, but that's just what happened, and I just don't know. I tried changing a few, like I changed all the roofs back except for this one and such, but you know, you get the idea. It's just there's really not much that can be done. We get the winery in there. I'm just gonna try to walk through these to sort of give you the idea of what else he has on the plot, so that we don't get the idea that we might have missed anything, or we want to try to hit on everything. So where is it? All right, here is this. We already went in the pub. I think we actually hit everything. I don't think we've missed anything, to be honest. We just have this here, which was part of the pub. This is the winery. The only interior we missed was this one here. I'm just going to go ahead and knock this window out, and I'm going to knock that pot. out, and we're gonna do that. And we're gonna look in here. So obviously, since all the metadatas are all screwed up, it's just kind of all bugged out and weird. Unfortunately, it's just it bugs me so much. There's something in the way here. Thank you. But yeah, you get the idea. So yeah, cool beans. Good job to Asanisse. Congratulations, an architect, and I hope to see you sometime soon on the server again. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button and maybe subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. There's definitely a lot more content coming. We got a lot of exciting things on this channel coming, and all ready to see probably. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I look forward to our next video. Till then, bye-bye.